Hello Werewolf Army, this is Jaden's videos, and this is Nightmare House 2018 Hellish Awakening Haunt Build Day 2. And this is a very big step in the haunt build, because last haunt build I did was the first one, and all I was doing was discussing the haunt themes. I didn't even make a blueprint video yet. I'll actually get that one out tomorrow. I'll get the blueprints out. Hopefully tomorrow. But, yeah, I didn't make blueprints, and the reason why is because I made the blueprints, I just didn't make a video on them, and I wanted to get right into building. Last year, of course, this is the start of building the haunt this year. It is so exciting. Last year, I didn't start actually building it until October 14th. And years before that, I never started building until October. I decided to start in September this year because this is the biggest year yet. This year is going to be like 2 times bigger than any other year. I'll give you a little example of what to expect. There's a lot of stuff around the yard because I'm going to be setting up. I'm actually going to be putting poles in most likely tomorrow. Usually I don't do that until October, so that's pretty crazy. But I'll give you an example of how big it's going to be. Here's a quick little look at what I have planned for this year's haunt. I'm just going to walk you guys through the layout just real quick. Instead of the haunt starting there, this year it's going to start here. Yes, that is right. It's starting on the porch. The porch is going to be scenes. Right here, guess we'll walk up. There will be a divider in the middle here. Guess we'll walk up. This will be Lost Souls Mausoleum. This side will be. Of course, this will all be blacked out, and it will have the props set up and everything. Guess do not go down there this year. So that's very different from before. Right here is going to be Dollhouse of the Unforgiven. And then guests will actually go inside the house, which is something I have never done before. The living room on the inside is going to be Yolders Mental Correction Association, and then the dining room is going to be Scary Christmas Holiday of Hell. So as you can see, we skipped all of this stuff that usually goes on. We'll get back to that later, and I'll tell you my plans for that. Guests will come out the back here, and this will be Ghost Town. This will be the, they'll actually walk on the porch. Last year they walked past it, and the year before that. This year they'll actually walk out on it. This will be Ghost Town, so this will be the tavern that all the cowboys and stuff are drinking at. Then they'll go here. This will be, I believe, Dollhouse of the Unforgiven I moved, so this will most likely be the Haunted Diner, or Dollhouse of the Unforgiven will be moved here, and the Haunted Diner will be up there. I'm not sure yet, but there will be a scene here, possibly the Haunted Diner. Back here is going to be Island of the Headhunters. I know it's usually over there, but I had to move it over here because it's real bamboo. That'll be perfect. I can have like some actors hiding out in there and stuff. And then guests will go here. I believe I have this set for Unearthed. I believe this whole area is going to be unearthed. No, this is going to be the torture chamber. Sorry. It's going to have walls, and then it's going to have a roof above it. So this is going to be the torture chamber. And then right over here about is going to be unearthed. So that's the first hell theme that they'll come in contact with, and a lot of the rest of the haunt will be hell, of course. This will be, I forget what this is. I think this is just an area to walk through. The butcher shop is going to be in there, so they'll go in there and come out. Dark Harvest, the barn's going to be all here. That's going to be the field, the cornfield, and then the barn is going to be built right here, so they'll walk inside the barn. Then you leave the barn. I forget what I have for this. I think it's the Devil's Throne right here. And then right in here, I believe this is, I don't remember properly, but, well, I think this whole area was actually going to be Festival of the Fallen. So this is all Festival of the Fallen right here. And then, this is all flip-flopped. Usually they would go here and then go around there, but this year, well, they would go through all that, and the backyard is, the whole backyard is being used this year, which is something I've never done before. So they're going to go here. This is going to be Bedroom of Possession. Bedroom's going to be, bed's going to be there, all of this stuff. The laboratory is going to be here again. And then they're going to turn here. This is going to be the Haunted Mansion, of course. Of course, it's just flipped, it's reversed. This right here is going to be Creepy Carnival Circus of Chaos. So as you can see, we're continuing the normal layout with just different themes in the section now. And it's reversed. This is going to be the Afterlife. I believe I have this for the Afterlife. Yeah, this is the Afterlife. And then, yeah, this is the Afterlife. And then going in here, this will be Sacrificial Dungeon, I believe I have this one set for. And then going back here, this is going to be Rabbit Zoo. Turning, this is the Summoning. Right in here, this is the witch type theme. And then here will be Unholy Cathedral, so they'll walk into the giant cathedral. And then right back here is going to be Cemetery of the Reaper. So as you can see, the layout is enormous this year. Usually it's only a little bit of the backyard and all of this, and that seems big. But no, this year it is whole backyard, all of side yard, and inside. This year is massive. And so I needed to start early, and earlier than usual. I mean, Halloween is only a little over a month away, but I needed to start much earlier than usual. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get into the actual build today. What I did. Now, as you can see, I already started setting props up. I usually don't do that until the walls are set up, but since this scene is inside the shed, the only wall that's going to be used is a dividing wall, so they can walk in and be on this side, then turn and then walk in out on the other side. That is the only wall that is going to be used in this whole theme. That's it. The other walls, already here. So that makes this theme a lot easier to do, and I can start building it. This is the butcher shop. So I'm very excited for this one. It's turning out great so far in my opinion. I'll just walk you through a little bit of what I did. Don't mind all of the stuff on the floor. This stuff is still in here because this is the shed. But it will be cleared out before Halloween, of course. But here's the butcher shop, which I am in love with so far. I have these gel hand clings that I put on the window because there is a window in here. So I put those on there. Bloody handprints and stuff. I thought that would look cool in the butcher shop. And then this is the main section. Of course, there's going to be way more props in here by Halloween. This is just a start on this theme. Burlap Horror, I'm actually going to get and go right there. He is a farm prop, yes, but he is pretty much a butcher because he's wearing a butcher's apron and everything. He's a butcher. And so he's going to be the butcher in here, so he's going to stand like right there, so when guests turn the corner, they'll see him right there, and it will be cool because he's the butcher, and I'm excited for that. But anyways, here is the butcher shop so far. I got this from Party City. It was only $4, so I just had to get this for this scene. It is a hand on a hook. I had to get it because it works so well for the butcher shop. And I'm hanging it from this thing, which I think is awesome. This was already in here. I didn't put this in. This was already in place here, and that's going to work perfectly for hanging like limbs off of it and stuff on hooks. So that's the first limb that I have on a hook. It's a hand right there. I really like it. It's very, very cool. Now over here I am going to bloody these organs up a little bit more, but there is a hand there and then a heart, just some stuff. Death Crawler is in here. He does not work, and so I'm using him in this theme, so he's not going to be moving around in the haunt. I'm just using him in here as like a body that the butcher chopped up. And I think it looks really creepy with his arms like that and him just having his head down because his head cannot lift up. So he is in here, and back there, so my Death Crawler, a lot of you don't know about him, but I actually got him this year for $30 at a local Halloween store up the street from me. He does not work, but he's still great for a static prop, especially like this. It looks honestly really creepy, and I really like how it looks. Of course, since he's just half of a corpse, I think he's going to look cool in here as like someone that the butcher is chopping up. So, I like him right there. It looks really creepy. Looks very dead. I love it. And then I have a few weapons. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a cool butcher weapon, so I put it in here and spray painted it a little bit. I actually spray painted it early this year, but I just now am putting it in. This thing I actually just found today. It's a little saw blade. I thought it would look so cool in here. I found it in the shed, and I was like, okay, I've got to hang this. So that's hanging back there. I spray painted some blood on the back wall here, so that's cool. And these I got at Party City. They're not the best. I'm not going to make a review on them, but they're not the best things. They're not the best props at all. They are $10, and I wouldn't say they're worth that price, because these are, like, really, they're not good quality at all. But I don't think they're going to get ruined before Halloween, so I got them anyways, just because I thought they would be very useful for this theme. So I got those, and I'm hanging those up in here, because they are going to work for the theme. And they don't look very realistic, but in the dark I think they'll look better, because this is obviously not going to be the light used in the actual haunt. But in the dark I think they'll probably look better. That chainsaw up there I decided to put. I think that's cool, as a little butcher thing. Then I have this head, which I always use, but I decided to put it in here this year. I think it looks awesome right there. these rusty scissors I found in the shed, put them there, and got these butcher shop looking things right here. I got this one recently, and I've had this one. I added a little bit of red spray paint to make him look a little bit bloodier. It doesn't look the best, but in the dark it'll look cool. And then I have bloody gauze, which I got at Party City for a few bucks, and that looks cool there. And, of course, this thing you guys have probably already noticed by now. This is a bloody tablecloth from Party City. I thought it would look awesome in the scene as the butcher shop counter. I really like it. I think it looks really cool. And I spray painted a little bit more blood on it just to make it look a little bit better. And then this is the last thing that I added to the butcher shop. It is this guy right here, this hanging guy. He's one of my favorite props, static props that I have, that I use in my haunt. And he will work perfectly in the butcher shop. I think last year I put him in Island of the Headhunters. I know the year before I did. I forget exactly where I put him last year, but I know the year before I put him in Island of the Headhunters. I might have done that again last year, but I'm not sure. But I thought he would work perfectly in this theme this year because he is a very butchery type prop. I mean, he's a skinned corpse. All you can see is his muscle left. That is very butcher-like. So he's here, and I think he looks awesome right here. And so that's everything I've done on the butcher shop today. It's not too much, but it is a great start, especially since I'm getting started a lot earlier this year. I don't have so much stress about the haunt getting done in time this year, because usually I'm like, oh no, how is it going to get done? But this year, and it always gets done, of course, but I always get nervous about it. But this year, I don't really have any worries, because I started so early that there's no way that it can't get done. Everything that I want is going to get done because I started earlier than usual. And I'm very glad. I know a lot of other haunters have started on their haunts already, and so I was like, why not? Because starting late is always kind of stressful because I gotta work constantly, like almost every day leading up to Halloween, because there's so much stuff to get done. And since this year is going to be bigger than every other year, I had to start earlier. And so this is the earliest I've ever started, like I said, but I'm very happy and relieved that I started this early, because it'll definitely make things a whole lot easier, because now I know that I've got some things out of the way. I've got some things put up in the haunt that getting an early start is always good, because it is the bigger chance that I can get everything done that I want to get done. But before I end this video, oh wow, it's gotten dark in just 12 minutes. Before I end this video, I want to show you another thing that I actually made. It's a prop that I made just a few days ago. I was holding off to show it until I made a full build video. But I'm going to show you guys this, because I really like this. This is for Rabid Zoo, and it is a Rabid Zoo sign. I really do like this a lot. So it says Rabid Zoo. Of course, it says Sweet, which is crossed out because Town of Sweet Dreams, and I thought sweet is like opposite. It's a word that can definitely mean the opposite of rabid, because rabid, they have rabies, and animals aren't going to be sweet when they have rabies. So I thought that would be cool. So I put Sweet Zoo, crossed out Sweet, Rabid Zoo. So I think that's really cool. I put some claw marks, bloody claw marks right there. Put some blood, painted my hands red, and then put my handprints on there. So that looks cool. And down here it says now with wolves, and then in blood it says where. So now with werewolves. So I think this is a cool sign. I like it. Definitely going to use it. I'm going to add more to it. I'm going to put vines on it and stuff, but I've just started on this sign. I'm definitely going to put a lot of vines and stuff though, so it will look better. But for now, that is it for this haunt build video. I'm so excited that the haunt has gotten started on, and like I said, tomorrow I'm probably going to start putting poles in the ground, which I am really excited about, because that can mean walls will go up most likely first week of October, which is really crazy to say because they've never gone up that early before. And so walls will probably go up. Well, this is the plan. I'll put the poles up back here, and those probably won't be done until the first week of October, the poles in the backyard. And then walls in the backyard will go up. And then like second week of October, poles will start going up there, and then walls will go up there, and then the rest of the haunt will get done pretty much the same way that it always has gotten done. Right now, just wanted to get an early start. I'm definitely going to get all the walls up in the backyard before the front yard, because my dad never likes to. One reason I always start so late is because my dad never likes to put poles in the ground in the front yard until a little bit closer to Halloween, which is why I usually start like second or third week of October. Well, second actually. Because my dad doesn't like to put poles in the front yard until closer to Halloween because he doesn't want it to kill the grass and stuff, and all the walls to kill the grass. And so we wait for that. But since a lot of the haunt is in the backyard this year, I can do the backyard poles, and then by the time I'm done with the backyard walls, it'll be time to do the front yard. So I think that'll be good, and I'm very excited that I got started. And before I turn this off, I just want to see how this looks, because this light does turn colors. So I just want to see how this looks red. Oh my goodness, I'm going to use this in the haunt. This is going to be the light that I use for this theme. Absolutely. And it can flash red too. Oh yes. I know you guys can't see how good it looks. Now you can. Yes. Yes, this is the light that I'm going to be using. I have decided. This light is such a bright red. Oh, it looks so cool. So anyways, I know I'm a little off track now, but I hope you all enjoyed. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.
Hey, come back. You don't play fair and you're making me angry. But maybe if you subscribe to Jaden's videos and join the werewolf army, I'll let you live another day. But it's not guaranteed.